Hello, everybody. I am Jo. Welcome to Jo's Medicine Tarot. I don't think I'm going to use this deck today. All right. So I took some notes because we're 4 days away from a major solar eclipse. This will be the last full total solar eclipse for the next 20 years. The next full total solar eclipse will be August 23rd, 2044. That's a long time. That's 20 years. So they're saying that this eclipse has to do with, according to Michelle Bell, the founder of Cosmic Fusion, she says this, according to her, this total eclipse corresponds to new beginnings, deep emotional rejuvenation, and the shedding of old skins. I can't tell you how many people that I am hearing of that are shedding old skins, family, everything, marriages, friendships, all of it, workplaces, everything. So there's a lot going on. She said this is a time for planting seeds of intention for what you wish to grow in the coming lunar cycle. She says this is a fresh start. It's to restart your intentions. This is an eclipse in Aries, and Aries is all about confidence. So she said that we should all have a feeling of confidence when we're making these new decisions or decisions that we're bringing in. Strengthens the importance of personal identity and our sense of self. So yes, the I am, that's what this eclipse is all about. It is strengthening the I am within all of us. So honoring yourself, honoring who you are. Very interesting. Okay. Creator wants me to bring this in also. I'm learning this about 2024, and that 2024 is a year of kind of holding the tension of two opposites. I love you, but go away. We're done. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I love you. We don't have to make it about the other person for us to leave. I love you, but I just cannot be like in relationship with you. I can't support this. So that is it, is finding the place within us where we can hold the tension of two opposites, and it's okay. It's okay. It doesn't have one dimension, one paradigm doesn't have to dominate the other and win. You can have both. You can say, go away, and I love you. And you can have both. And so I love that. It's so empowering. And this eclipse is right in the middle of Mercury in retrograde. My phone just went off the charts yesterday trying to it was so frustrating. Okay, I haven't even gotten onto my page yet here. Just a minute here. Okay, here we go.
Sometime.
Okay, here we go. Hi, Free Queen. Me too. I'm gonna love you from a distance from now on. It is such an honor to have friendship with you. Oh my gosh. I'm still listening to that beautiful poem. I want to just absorb it, just savor it. That's absolutely. I was showing my husband. It was just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, I don't need this anymore. The eclipse is right opposite my natal Venus in the 7th house. Ooh, interested. Hello, Leon DL. So happy you could make it. Yes, very well, and hope you are well too. So, Free Queen, this eclipse is right opposite your natal Venus in the 7th house. Interesting. So 7th house is one-to-one relationships. So I just paid for a year subscription in astro.com, and I've pulled up all like Spica, I've pulled up Lilith, you know, like where is Lilith right now? I'm so glad that my husband and I both have Lilith in the same house, thank God, you know. Well, I also meant based on what you just said. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So in the seventh house with, what did I just say? Shedding old skins, new beginnings, and deep emotional rejuvenation. Yeah, so that's what this eclipse is all about. So totally. So I didn't even look on my chart. Where, thank you, Free Queen. Thank you so much. I didn't even look on my chart. I totally will when I'm done this. Silky the Fairy. Yay! Silky the Fairy! So happy to see you. Right on. We on from Africa. That's excellent. I'm so glad. And Fairy from Ireland. That's so awesome. I love that we have like the whole world here. It's like so powerful. I'm like so honored. This is just wonderful to connect with you people from all over the world. It is such an honor. Such an honor. Okay, I hope the music's not too loud. Okay, I don't think it is. No one's saying anything. Okay, I'm just gonna open the window a little more, because when the ravens and the crows speak up, it's such a confirmation to me. Okay. Okay, I am gonna light this incense. There's my friends right now speaking. Okay. Here we go. All right, let's begin this reading. So this eclipse is 4 days away, and I'm sure we're already feeling it. We're already feeling a lot of it. And there's a lot of, I'm feeling a lot of joy, a lot of lightness, like there's a heavy weight getting lifted off, and totally, you know, like within relationships, shedding old skins, old part of ourselves that we just can't support anymore, that we just can't operate through anymore. Like, no, I'm not going to play this role anymore. You know, and when I took the mastery in Vancouver, you know, it was designed for actors to get out of their own role as Joanne, to get into a role that will push my own limits. And I learned that we're all just playing a role, all of us. We've all mastered a role that we mastered and tailored in order to survive in sometimes hostile world. It's not always safe out there, you know. It can be, we can look at it through rose-colored glasses and then say, like, how come things don't feel congruent? You know? Okay. So that's it. So I'm feeling lightness come in, and it makes me almost cry. Like, it's been such a heavy few years. I will say that. I will definitely say that. So, okay, a lot of changes. Okay, so we're going to start this reading. If you're wearing headphones, just turn the volume down, because I'm just going to gong my daughter bought me this, and I want to incorporate this into the reading. So I'm just going to... All right, let us begin. Scatter the energy. I even brought my homemade little rattle in. When my mind gets too much, I hold this up to my ear, and man, does it scatter. It just scatters my thoughts. I'm like, thank you. You know. So I'm thinking, thank God for Sandra Ingerman and teaching about the rattle. It's so good. Okay. Okay, Creator. Great mystery, great spirit, please bless this reading. Please bring in the knowledge and the wisdom of the Most High for the collective, for everybody you bring into this reading, and who everybody you call to this reading. So thank you. All right, away we go. All right. Everybody's saying yes. Music is perfect for me. Okay, good, perfect. Oh, it's an honor to hear your readings. I'm honored to read for all of you. It is such an honor for me to read for you. Totally. I'd love to run your chart and give you some insights for a change. Yes, I would love you to do my chart. Oh my gosh, what an honor, free queen. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. I'm still learning about doing birth charts and stuff, and there's so much. Like astrology is like Robert Ohado states, astrology doesn't rule our lives. We live as astrology, but there's so much to learn. You know, when I learned about astrology, especially the north nodes and the south nodes, I saw the book of Revelations, and I was like, oh my God, astrology is all throughout the Bible. You know, it's throughout the Bible, and how so many pastors like, oh, don't go into astrology. You know, it's of the devil. Like, jeez. Do many of the I don't know if people in the church even know where a lot of this, some of them do. I'm sure some of them do, you know. But just where a lot of this ancient knowledge comes from, you know. Definitely astrology and symbolism and so much. There we go, thank you. Okay. All right. Cards are ready. I feel like this eclipse is passing a Rubicon, and we've already passed Rubicons, but I feel like kind of like going past the point of no return. That's what a Rubicon is. A Rubicon is when you make an irrevocable decision. You say something you can never take back. You make a decision you can never go back on. That is when you cross a Rubicon. That is when you cross the point of no return. There's no going back. There's only forward. It's all, you know, it's almost like not burning our bridge, but in a way you're kind of burning a bridge. Like, I can't go back, I won't go back. And making a decision, sometimes consequently the bridge combusts on its own, you know. Yes, oh, free queen. Oh my God, girl, don't get me started. Oh, I would love to talk with you about astrology. Oh my gosh, I can learn so much from you. It's awesome. I found the North Node. Leon Dial says, I find the North Node placement is so important for understanding your purpose. Yes, absolutely. What house it's in, what zodiac sign it's in, absolutely. And the South Node in the Bible, it talks about the dragon that lays wait as the woman is about to give birth, and the dragon is waiting for the baby to be born, and the dragon's going to devour the baby. What the South Node is our tendency to sabotage our greatest birth, our own sovereignty, our own authenticity. Our North Node is our destiny of our, okay, the difference between, and everybody sees this differently, and that's okay. It's absolutely okay. I learned this when I did Sacred Contracts with Caroline Mace about the difference between fate and destiny. And I learned that fate is when you fulfill something spoken over you, about you, to you, from the collective. Like, oh, well, you'll always be this way, or you'll always be that way, or you're going to be a doctor, or you'll be a lawyer, or you'll be a bum, or you'll be, you know what I'm saying? You'll be this or that. Destiny, on the other hand, is when you fulfill something that is spoken to you from inside you, from the divine, through your own higher consciousness that imparts within you, and it instructs you. And that instruction won't make sense to the collective, to your people. It'll be counterintuitive, but you're like, but I have to do it. I have to follow this call. If I don't, it's like the lady with red shoes. They asked, what would you do if you couldn't dance? And she said, I would die. You know, so it's like this, you have to follow this. And so the dragon devouring the child is the part of yourself that would sabotage what is spoken into you from your heart, from You remember the movie Gladiator when Caesar said there was a vision of Rome, and it was so fragile you could only speak it in whispers. Anything more and it would poof. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's something in you that grows that you can't tell anybody, because they'd be like, you had a vision, you know. And Caroline Mace says this too, like, this is why you keep this quiet, because she says if you go to the group and tell the group you've had a vision, you've had an awakening, you've had something happen to you, the group will be like, you? So now you're trying to convince the group of something within you. And she said oftentimes people will lose their gift. They will lose the calling. It will choose somebody else that will listen to it versus listening to the group. Oh, that's terrifying. Like, to me, that's absolutely terrifying. Just use the south. Okay, so, okay. You go through the south node. Oh, I love that. You go through the south node to the north node. Free Queen, thank you. Just use the south node in a healthy way to not feel guilty for the new things, the north node. Just like how self-love feels arrogant at first because it is a new feeling. North node is too, is it ever? I can't tell you how many times I feel guilty about leaving my adoptive family and stuff, but I have to do this. If I don't do this, I will die. I know this is imminent in me. And going, oh my God, what you just said, Free Queen. My life is just kind of flip, like I'm seeing my life through a different lens now just because of what I just read through this. This is, thank you. Oh my goodness. Fate is almost like the outcome of spell casting. Yes! Oh, beyond Dial, that is beautiful. Absolutely. Free Queen says, my north node is where the transiting south node is now. Oops, I just paused my thing. There we go. My north node is where the transiting south node is now. 15 degrees in Libra, first house, which is basically inner peace. Oh, beautiful. Yes, oh, I feel like the south node was the north node of the past life. Oh, interesting. Hello, Oguz Yelvac. Hello, Oguz Yelvac. Welcome to the reading. So glad to see you. And Oguz says, agreed. I feel like the south node was the north node of the past life. Interesting. The south node was the north node of the past life. You know, that makes a lot of sense, because, you know, when you go, like, you break up with somebody and then you meet somebody else, and then that lasts for a few years, maybe 10 years, maybe more, and then you break up with them and you meet somebody else a while later. Each person you sort of, my experience is anyway, is each person I met in my life is sort of, and this was like in a romantic sense, that relationship sort of picked up where the last one left off. So that's interesting. And it's like lifetimes do the same thing. That's interesting. That makes sense to me. That totally makes sense. Blessed to be here. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here, Oguz. I'm so glad you're here. Totally. You know what makes sense also? What? I want to hear this. Beautiful. So interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, so let's get started on the reading. I'm just going to wait for, I'm just going to shuffle a little more. My sun is in Libra. Nice. Excellent. I'm Libra rising. They say that Libra is, and I've understood this now, I'm like, oh my gosh. I understand how people see me in a way, because Libra is your rising signs, how people see you. Libra being the scales, you know, very wanting to be balanced and fair and just. Pardon me. Okay, let's start this baby. Let's get started here. Okay, one more time. Okay. Not gonna cut these again. Okay. Okay, this again is a 9-card spread. Starting off with the 10 of Cups. Beautiful. 10 of Cups upright, Page of Wands upright, the Emperor upright, woo! The Ace of Swords upright, the 9 of Cups upright. Are you kidding me? The Page of Pentacles upright. What? Okay, here we go. The 5 of Wands in reverse, excellent. The 10 of Swords in reverse. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And the Devil in reverse. Holy smoke. I feel like this is a continuation of yesterday's general reading. I'm still reeling over that reading. I'm still reeling. And what's on the bottom of the deck? The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, the path of the heart. Oh my gosh, guarding the path of the heart. Oh my gosh. I feel like this is directly related to the eclipse that is coming up. For those of us that are doing the work, that are going the distance, that are doing the work to bring ourselves into a higher dimension, healing our triggers, letting ourselves grieve, meeting ourselves. That's why we get triggered. It's because there's a part of ourselves wounded that we haven't yet met, and then when that part gets bumped up by somebody else, we're like, you know. So meeting ourselves where we need to be met, and you know, like Thich Nhat Hanh, the Vietnam monk, said, when you deal with your wounds, it's like holding a child and rocking yourself and making room for that part of yourself, that part of your pain. And you're doing this, you know, like in privacy, in a sacred space, in a safe, sacred space. Absolutely. Okay. Oh, look at this reading. Like, you saw what I did. I shuffled, cut the cards, then I shuffled again and recut the cards, and this is what came out, you know. Okay, so you're coming in, your recent past is absolute happiness, joy, inner joy. It's like a homecoming, celebration. Oh my gosh. Increased sensitivity. Okay, the Page of Wands, new lands, excitement, freedom, adventure. Beautiful, yes, because you're in a new dimension. I feel like you have, and look at how close the pyramids are. They're like right there. The pyramids, I always associate pyramids with higher dimensions within us. Because what I've learned from Shunyamurti out of the Sat Yoga Institute is that that's what the pyramids were. That's one of the theories of the masters, is that's what the pyramids were. They rest on the meridians of the earth, and they were helping strengthen and keep alive the meridians of the earth. Because the pyramids out of Giza, all 3 pyramids, the points of each pyramid correspond to Orion's belt. And that was made known by Robert Bauval. That blew my mind when I read that in 2011. So there's something very symbolic about the pyramids, very symbolic. They're not just triangles or 3-dimensional triangles. I don't even know what that's called on the desert. Pyramids they are massive confirmation for me. Yes, beautiful. Oh, good. I'm so glad, Silky the Fairy. Yes, totally. Okay. So this new energy, new lands you're in, new higher dimension that you are in is bringing you into your sovereignty. The Emperor, worldly power, your worldly power. The Emperor used to be a knight. And knights are not always trustworthy, because knights can fight for tyrant kings. As long as a knight is fighting, as long as he's fighting, that's his calling. But the knight doesn't come into his full power until he goes through the process of coming into his sovereignty. So that's it. So Absolutely. You've gone through the eye of the needle and Aries. And I feel like that's exactly it. This is eclipse is in Aries. And I'm feeling that this is bringing you into your authenticity. So in your current energies, absolutely, you've got the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords cutting through an authority that used to sustain you. I no longer call it a false authority because nothing is false. Everything is in our lives to sustain us. It's like the shadow of God will sustain you. You know, okay, I'm going to explain this the way God explained this to me. I was in one of my auntie's sweat lodges. My auntie used to run sweat lodges. And I had a vision in the lodge where I heard, for all of your life, your rage carried you. And I saw my legs. And it took me years to understand this, but I thought, oh my God, that's what the shadow of God is our rage, our protection, our anger, our capacity to protect ourselves, the shadow of God. Like, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And to the beat of the drum, because my auntie was beating this drum, and I remember it was so hot in her sweat lodge and I could barely breathe. I had my head right down to the earth where it was a little bit cooler. And the creator said, but now you will learn to dance by a new drum. You will learn to, and this was back in 2003. So I feel like I've been learning, the creator's been elevating me into higher dimensions and out of an old role of disempowerment and victim consciousness and all the bullshit. So, but that was sustaining me, just like all of us. We're all coming out of an old role that was designed for you to sustain you. You designed it. Ultimately, you did. You designed it. But you designed it to protect yourself, to help yourself stay alive. Stay alive and carry you to your next step, to your next point, your next rebirth, your next transition. And it's all a process, right? Like, even the Buddha never said, I am this or I am that. The Buddha knew he was a process. He's an unfolding process. You know, and the other thing too is I heard about the true name of God can never be spoken because it's always in flux. It's always in motion. So this old authority that is no longer sustaining you, that you have now punched through, you've punched through, there's even growth growing off this new crown. There's even growth growing off. This brings you into your Nine of Cups, into satisfaction, inner joy, satisfaction. And the Page of Pentacles, new self-esteem, new ambition, new vision from a new place. You're looking from a new place within you. You're looking from a new place from inside of you. You're looking out from a new dimension of self-esteem, self-love. Beautiful. And in the energies, the future energies that are coming towards you is the Five of Wands in reverse. So whether this is you or somebody else, I'm feeling there is going to be acceptance of differences between you and somebody else. Maybe this is just you and yourself. Acceptance of who you are, acceptance of the hand you've been given, acceptance of the things that have happened to you. You know, when we acknowledge our pain and we allow ourselves to feel what we need to feel, it changes. When we change, what we look at also changes. So I just feel acceptance, also like avoiding conflict. So this could be with a collective. This could be with a collective that is around you. Either them or you, maybe both of you, but you're just not into the conflict anymore. I just don't have time for the bullshit. I don't want to invest in the bullshit. I don't want to operate from an old role anymore that used to fight, you know. Now it's just, I allow it. And I don't mean like allow to be taken advantage of or be beaten up. I mean like just be who you need to be. I'm not going to fight you anymore. I'm not going to resist you and push against you anymore. It's just be who you need to be. You know, you reach that place within yourself where it's not that you don't care. It's that it's like you're surrender. It's a kind of surrender. So and that brings you into the Ten of Swords in reverse. So here we are. Yesterday's reading was the Ten of Swords upright, that you were pinned under the truth until that truth becomes one solid truth that is upheld from the underworld, supporting your roots from the underworld. This is a truth now that will protect you for the rest of your life, will bolster your confidence. You know, understanding your shadow is so huge. It is so huge. And the value of it. And it becomes like a best friend. You have a seat at the table now. This is a wise protector, a wise part of your counsel. Just a minute here. I'm just going to close my door real quick. Okay. All right. What's everybody saying here? Your neighbor situation is a prime practical playground for your North Node. Yes, Free Queen. Exactly. Beautiful. Yes, Free Queen. Just like how I need to learn how to connect with others without losing the relationship to myself. Yes, that's it. Being part of a group without losing your sovereignty, without losing your sense of self to the group. Absolutely. And you know what? Groups that are conscious within themselves will help you, will be like, I sense you're kind of depending on us a little more than on your own intuition, you know. So groups, the way Christ did for me, steering me back to me. Don't be always looking at me, Joanne. You need to begin to trust you. You got to live in this body for the rest of your life. If you're not living in my body, even though you kind of are, you're also living in your own body. So you're going to have to, you know, come back to yourself, develop this within yourself. So absolutely, Free Queen. Free Queen says, you become more mindful of your heart, work on the peace within, and then the outer world will match your inner. Choose your battles wisely. Exactly. Start with self-compassion. Free Queen says, if you can treat yourself with the grace and compassion you expect from your neighbor, you will not even need to talk to them, Leon. Oh, beautiful. You can treat yourself with the grace and compassion you expect from your neighbor. You will not even need to talk to them, Leon. Queen, absolutely. I addressed the neighbor from my North Node energy and it totally flipped the switch. Oh, beautiful. Oh my gosh, Leon. Yes. Looking at the world from a different place within you changes everything. Everything. And the North Node, it's not airy-fairy. It's very grounded. It's very real. It's sovereignly you. And sovereignly you make room for others. That's just the way it is. A person that's like empowered at home isn't like, well, I'm allowed to be, but you're not. You know, like, no, then they're full of shit then. Then you know they're full of shit. Okay, we'll start with this deck. Okay, let's do some clarification. We'll keep the bottom of the deck, the path of the heart right here. Beautiful. Okay, Creator, what is the Page of Wands? What is this excitement and freedom? Adventure? What is this all about? Where is the collective going to go? What a reading. What a spread. What a beautiful, beautiful spread. Beautiful. Okay, right there. Cards are ready. Okay. Oh. This new land within you that the Creator and your higher soul are bringing you up into because you have access granted. Access is granted because you've done the work. This is a new sense of celebration, homecoming for you, celebration, peace within the home, family, new sense of family coming in. The deception and all the bullshit that you would put up with is coming to a close. There's the death card. And the death card is looking right at it, is looking right at the deception. This is finished. This is finished. It's done. You have finished. You have surpassed your grade. You graduated. You went the distance. You didn't give up. You stayed true to you. As hard as it was, as difficult as it was, as the challenges that came up, you did not give up on you. Beautiful. What is the Ace of Swords, Creator? What is the Ace of Swords? Wow. Oh, okay. These two cards came out immediately. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Whoa, which one? Nope. Okay. None of them. None of them. None of them. Okay. Is that the one? Yes. Okay. Are you kidding me? Okay, so the Ace of Swords has to do with it was like you couldn't see the reward of your hard work. Your hard work always seemed to be in delay. It's almost like the finish line, you would cover amount of internal ground within you and external ground outside of you in your job and your life. However, feeling like you're getting close to the finish line or close to the graduation line, to feel like it gets pushed back that much farther. And this was under the old role you were in, under an old role that you were in, to maybe appease your collective, maybe out of like you didn't feel like you were worthy enough to have your reward and the fruit of your hard work. That's no more. You've called judgment on that. There's been judgment called upon that. And this didn't happen overnight. This was like a process in the making. This was a process in the making. This was hard work, very hard work of you and the Creator calling judgment, but not in like I judge you and condemn you. Like no, like you having a conversation with yourself and with the Creator, with the divine, with whatever you call it, whatever it is, having a conversation with you. Just kind of understanding your incongruence. And when judgment comes, judgment is a game changer. It really is a game changer because it releases the dead energy out of your life, but also activates the energy within your life that was dormant until now. Activates the archetypes, the archetypal energy in your life that's laying dormant, waiting to be, it's time to come, it's time. Wake up, I need you now, I need you now. These archetypes are leaving and I now need you. And this is exactly, and you've got the Queen of Wands, courageous, joyful, determined. This is the card of karma also too. So you bringing yourself good karma. You are the good karma. Oh God, I want to cry. You are the good karma. You've done the work. You've come the distance. You are your own karma. You know, kind of understanding that everything that's happened in your life did not happen to you. It happened for you, on your behalf. Okay, Creator, what is the Ten of Swords in reverse? What is the Ten of Swords in reverse? What were these truths? Or maybe not focusing on the truths. What is this that is being supported from the underworld now? What is the Ten of Swords in reverse? Oh, yes, 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 yes. You are making a sacrifice. You were pinned under the weight of truths. And while you were pinned to the earth under the weight of truths, you were also simultaneously, paradoxically, sort of hanging yourself up. You're waiting for answers from within you. Oh, this is vitriol, this is vitriol, this is 100% vitriol. Vitriol, visit the interior dimensions of the earth, and by rectification you will find the hidden stone. So this corresponds to Nicholas Flamel and the Philosopher's Stone. And the Philosopher's Stone this is all symbolic, okay? So Nicholas Flamel had created a man-made element of the Philosopher's Stone that was a conglomerate of elements mixed together that had the capacity to turn base metals into gold. Now, it didn't really turn base metals like lead into gold, but it turned density into seeing. It was able to transmute. It was able to transmute energies. And everybody's holding a Philosopher's Stone. When you're in your Chronos contract, you're holding a Philosopher's Stone. The Philosopher's Stone could be your mother, your father, your spouse, an older sibling, a teacher, a pastor, a priest, even parts of yourself. But there'll come a time in your growth when the Philosopher's Stone won't work anymore. It won't work. You will be in a higher dimension where it won't work. It'll basically become lead, and it won't work, which forces you to go visit the interior dimensions of the earth. You are the earth. So you will be called within to your own tomb, the tomb within you. And vitriol, by rectification, by returning that authority back to God, the authority of your mother, the authority of your father, the authority of a teacher, understanding that these are just people. They're just people. They're not gods. When you're young, your parent is a god, but when you become older, now you're realizing they're just people. Oh my God, I had put like so much onto you, and I'm so sorry. You're just a human being. And I had like built you up into this all-knowing thing, and no, you're just a human being figuring this out just like I am. Like, I'm so sorry I put so much on you. So that's when you rectify, you return the authority back to God, and you find the true hidden stone, which is you. And that's what this is. You hung yourself up to go into vitriol, and you found the hidden stone, which is you, the high priestess. The high priestess 100% trusts herself, trusts themselves. The high priestess is the feminine part of every human being that has the capacity to receive. The feminine part of every human being that has the capacity to receive, to become impregnated by spirit, by the great big huge energy, by cosmic energy. Holding the tension is the tension of two opposites. And you know yourself very, very well. You've made the difficult decision. You have made it. You have made it. You have come, you've come through the other side of a keeper current. A keeper current, I brought this up in the other reading yesterday. A keeper current, you'll find keeper currents within oceans, rivers, lakes, however. A keeper current is a kind of current that'll pull you down all the way to the bottom. And if you try to fight a keeper current, it'll drown you. It'll kill you. So you have to trust the gravity of the current. You have to trust the contract that has pulled you down. It's going to pull you all the way down to the bottom where you meet with Pluto. You have an appointment with Pluto. And you return the authority, the Philosopher's Stone, to take back your authority. And then coming back up on the other side. The keeper current will pull you down and then bring you back up on the other side. And this is you coming back up on the other side. Clear, landed. The eagle has landed, the phoenix has rebirthed, Scorpio, the shaman within all of us. The Scorpio within all of us. Okay, Creator, what is the Page of Pentacles? What is the Page of Pentacles? Beautiful, beautiful energy. Oh. What? Okay. You've got the Magician in reverse, the Fool, and the Five of Wands in reverse. So what I find with this is you will not be manifesting in the same old way. You will not be manifesting in the same old way. Your Magician is also going through a rebirth to manifest in a whole new way. Whole new self-esteem, new ambition, in the making. This is in the making. You are starting out brand new as your Magician is going through like a transmutation, a transfiguration. Just hearing transfiguration. Christ was an ultimate magician, the ultimate magician, absolutely. And it's bringing you, like I said, further into surrender. Into not only avoiding conflict, but surrendering the conflict, accepting the differences between you and whoever else is in your sphere. Okay, I wasn't guided to use another deck. That was perfect. Okay, let's pull an Egyptian Gods Oracle card to close this reading off. What a beautiful reading. What a beautiful reading. Okay, there it is. Faith and Wisdom, Isis, number 7. Faith and Wisdom, Isis, the feminine god, the feminine god of the pantheon. Beautiful. Faith and wisdom. I feel like your faith has been strengthened, your wisdom has been rebirthed, clear, sovereign, authentic. Number 7, this could correspond to your one-to-one relationships in your birth chart. Absolutely. Okay, let's see. Number 7. Faith and wisdom. Sister and wife of Osiris. She is compared to the mother goddess. Her name means, quote unquote, throne. In fact, she is represented with a headdress in the shape of a throne. Oh my gosh. Yes! Look at her headdress. It looks like a little throne. She is revered as the ideal mother and wife. She is the protectress of sinners and the oppressed, and the goddess of motherhood, fertility, and great magic. As a conveyor of serenity and love, Isis invites you to reflect on the themes of faith, knowledge, fidelity, purity, and silence. By keeping secrets, you learn to protect and to bear great responsibilities, such as the secret knowledge of the duality between the material universe and the spiritual universe. Yes, and that's what you did when you went into vitriol. That's who this is, the high priestess. And she holds the tension between what was just explained, the duality, the tension of the duality between the material universe and the spiritual universe. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, what a beautiful reading. So that is it. You're starting a brand new life. You're starting a brand new path. You will be noticing this. Just pay attention in your life and trust yourself. Trust the Creator, trust your path, trust your work, and trust your own insight and your own intuition, because it's leading you exactly where you need to be. Beautiful reading. All right, so this is the reading. Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have any questions that they would like the Creator? Oh, beautiful. Does anybody have any questions? I'm going to read some of this. Oh, just a second here. Okay. Interesting. I'm just looking for questions. I know, it's so positive. So Silky the Fairy, yes, I'm loving all this positivity too. It's wonderful. Earth in Aries. Actually, when the sun is in Libra, Earth is in Aries. Oh, beautiful. Oh, I'm so glad you fit it. Wasn't that an incredible reading yesterday? Oh, it was welcome. I'm going from me to we. Yes, exactly. Yes. Oh, Beyond Dial. Rage equals warrior archetype. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. And the wounded warrior too. The wounded warrior is the humble warrior too. Just very gentle. You ever read the book, The Way of the Peaceful Warrior by Dan Millman? That is a really excellent book. A very powerful book. All right. So does anybody have any questions? Beautiful. Backs up what you're saying. Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much, Oguz. I love that. Sweet brown sugar. Hello, sweet brown sugar. Oh, beautiful. Will. Yes. Oh, Oguz. Let go of control and trust in the perfection of the highest will. Yes. I'm Scorpio sun. Oh my gosh, these beautiful Scorpios. I'm Scorpio moon. Beautiful. Yes, Pluto is the gatekeeper, isn't he? Yes, absolutely, Free Queen. Oh, what a powerful reading. Where other moon signs have a paragraph, Scorpio moon needs its own website, says Free Queen. Beautiful. Okay, let's see. We're getting some questions in here now. Okay, pressure, beautiful declaration of what's next. I am and currently entirely free. Come on. Oh, we're all blessed and guided, says Oguz. Yes. Can I be represented by a card through spirit, please? Okay, absolutely. Okay, I'm going to use the World Pantheon cards. No, okay. Oh, nope. Okay, the creator's saying nope, the Native American Oracle cards. I love these cards. Okay, creator, what is a card representing Oguz? Card representing Oguz, creator. Great mystery. Right there, okay. Cut the deck. Are you kidding me? Sturgeon. Sturgeon! Oh! I'll tell you a secret, Oguz. That's my totem. That's one of my totems. Sturgeon. Oh, talk about strong. Wisdom. Sturgeon. Some say that sturgeon lived alongside dinosaurs, explaining their incredible resilience and ability to do what is necessary for survival. Sturgeon is therefore a symbol of liberty, individualism, and knowledge that is gained through time. Shown with sturgeon is the monguicoro, or ritual water jug with a pointed bottom that could be stuck in the ground. In ritual, the bearer had to perform complex movements and follow many preparatory rules in order to ensure the success of the ritual. This reflects sturgeons swimming upstream in order to ensure the continuation of the species. Yeah, so your strength to swim against the flow. To swim against the flow, against the norm, against the status quo. Absolutely. The message of this card: listen to your soul and follow its wisdom, no matter how hard or nonsensical it seems. Remember what I said about destiny? It won't make sense to anybody. That's it. There is ancient wisdom that dwells in the heart that makes no sense to the mind. The key words: wisdom, originality, pioneering spirit, breaking patterns, out of the box thinking, desire to go against the current, strength, and magical knowledge. That is so your card. That is so your card. Oh, Goose. The time this card speaks of is August, the month of maturing. Beautiful. So we'll put that back into the deck. Who's next? I've been getting signs for weeks, but the last guy was a bum. I think it's travel. Love is also peace, the soul nudges. I'm good tonight. Excellent. Thank you so much. This was so affirming. Big love and goodbye for now, Joe and all. Goodbye, Silk and the Fairy. I'm so glad you could come into the reading. Thank you. Be blessed if you could answer. Oh, okay. What are you asking, Oguz? You could answer. Did he ask yet? Okay, hold on a second here. Okay, Free Queen. Free Queen. A card for Free Queen, please. Now that I see your face, Free Queen, I can picture your face now. Beautiful face. Creator. What is the spiritual message and card for Free Queen? What is the card? We're representing Free Queen, or the message for Free Queen. Right there. Okay. Oh, you got two. You got two. The snake. Oh, beautiful. Number 12 and number 24. Free Queen, you got two. The snake is renewal. Renewal. Snakes are highly symbolic and suggest ideas around primal knowledge, fear, deep mysteries, healing, cycles, and duality. Because of the snake's practice of shedding its skin, it's also a strong representative of renewal and change. Snake is associated with birds as well, and the ground, and therefore the connection between, okay, well, let me read that over again. Snake is associated with birds as well, and the ground, and therefore the connection between heaven and earth. Various myths connect snake to rain and to corn. Oh, and you've got the corn mother. Is that the corn mother? Okay. I thought, what? Okay. Snake, various myths connect snake to rain and to corn, making him also a sign of the continuity of life. Snake is shown with a rainbow because it too is a symbol that connects the earth and sky and the constant renewal or continuation of life. The message of this card: keep in mind the cycles of life and flow with them, changing and continually growing. The key words of this card: renewal, primal knowledge, magic, secret power and ability, healing, cycles, and connection. The time this card speaks of is November, the month of frosts. And for your next card, number 24, is the calumet. And that's the pipe on the bottom there. The calumet. The calumet is the largest of the Native American pipes and one of their most sacred objects. White Buffalo Woman taught humans about it and the rituals associated with it. It was used to seal covenants or treaties as a way to ensure peace. It was also used in rituals to ask favors from the gods and nature. As soon as it was lit, it was raised toward the sun, then lowered to pay homage to the earth, and finally to the four directions. The message of this card: find a way to create a peaceful, mutually beneficial solution, honoring and respecting others involved. The key words: peace, contract, alliance, recompense, and honor. Oh, girl, that is so you. You are such an old soul. That is such beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I'm going to put those back in. Sagittarius in the house. Woohoo! Sagittarius in the house, 28 podcast. Totally would have been my cat. Oh, could you pull a card as a message for her? Yes, you want a message for your kitty? My cat's Dorax, the 18th. Would have been my cat. 18th birthday. Oh, wow. 18th birthday. Yeah, we had to put our little kitty down. I had to cry about that last night when I was doing my rituals last night. Okay. Creator, can we have a card for Free Queen's cat? Please, would have been her 18th birthday. Okay, right there. Number 15. Oh, is this the Divine Rogue? Is this the Divine Rogue? Yes, the Divine Rogue. Number 15, the Divine Rogue. This card corresponds to contrast. The rogue is the anti-hero, the transgressor, the rebel who mocks and overturns social norms. Through swindles, frauds, and jokes, this trickster brings valuable teachings about the nature of opposites. He brings us into situations of exaggerated hunger, unbridled sexual yearnings, and unlimited wandering, teaching us of the dangers and benefits of impulsive behavior. The masks represent the bad brother, the sun at dusk, and the dead who are exorcised by reproducing their features. By reproducing and imprisoning these energies, we can better understand, control, and redistribute them for the good of all. The message of this card: always remember to look at the other side of things. There are two sides to every story, and benefits and risks in everything. The key words this card speaks of is contrasts, jokes, tricks, twists, impulsive actions, excess, wisdom through understanding, and unexpected results. Beautiful. The time this card speaks of is summer. Whoops, put that back into the deck. Can you pull a card? Okay, Ogu has a question, Joe. Okay, Ogu, what is your question, Ogus? Where is... Oh. My name is pronounced nearly as oars in English. Oh, oars. Okay, cool. Maybe another time. So, August, what is the question, my dear? Fire snake, fire snake. Wow, this is something for me in many ways. You've done it already. Really? What do you mean? I already answered your question. Oh. Do you want me to pull you a card? Oars? Oars? Sorry, calling you a goose. Would you like me to pull a card for you? Oh, she taught me that. Oh. You're awesome, Joanne. Aw, thank you. It takes one to know one. Oars, would you like a question? Or would you like a card? Aw, you guys are awesome. Does anybody have any other questions? These mini personal readings. Yes. I wouldn't say no. Okay. Let's pull a card for oars. What is the card for oars? Or did you have a question? Oh, you said I already did it? Let's pull you one more. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Nope. You have to flip over. Let's see. Right there. Okay. Oh, the teepee. Oh, I love this card. I love this card. 21. It corresponds to one of the rituals I do. Okay, the teepee. Protection. Teepees are dwelling places that provide warmth in the winter, coolness in the summer, and protection from rain. In addition, they can be disassembled and moved when needed. As a symbol, it speaks of protection and the presence of the heavens that watch over the earth. Teepees are often consecrated with a ritual and so become a sacred space within the divine, within which the divine is manifested. The central supporting pole, made of cedar or poplar wood indicates the inner centering and connection with the divine spirit that is achieved by participating in rituals. The message of this card: when faced with adversity or a seemingly unsolvable situation, retreat to a safe space, literally and metaphorically, and wait out the storm. Beautiful. Tuck in. It's like I heard a teacher say, tuck under the veil of the Creator. You know, when you were kids and you would hold up the blankets with your feet and make a tent? Well, it's like that with the veil of the Creator, going under the veil of the Creator. Absolutely. The time this card speaks of is Mondays. All right. Your own question on my energy, please. Your own question on my energy, please. You want me to make a question about your energy, Ors? It's true, and to speak like I need protection. I remember Caroline Mace talks about this, and I love this story. This is a true story. And she is one hell of a powerhouse. Like, she's this tiny little woman, but man, she has huge energy. Like, holy man. It's like she like boom, boom, like she's like major energy. Monday, moon day, day of emotion. Yes, absolutely. So Caroline Mace, there you go, Scorpio moon. So the story about protection, about speaking it. So Caroline Mace, she used to be an editor. She's a wordsmith. And before she became or was called into intuitive diagnostic, she's clairvoyant. And so she was an editor, and she had to cover a story about a riot that was going on in Chicago. I'm pretty sure this was in Chicago. And she got the call saying, we need you down at this area. There's a major riot going down, but don't go through, I can't remember what street it was. I'll call it Market Street. Don't go through Market Street because you'll end up in the heart of the riot. And Caroline Mace had never been in a riot, so she had no idea what a riot looked like, what to expect, whatever. And so she's in her car driving, and was it her driving? I think she was driving, and her friend was with her in the car. And she ended up right in the middle of Market Street. Like, she ended up right in the heart of the riot. She'd never been in a riot. So she's like, she thought it was a parade because there's people everywhere. There's all this stuff going on. She's like, oh, this is a parade, not knowing it's a riot. So then she sees these guys shaking a traffic light, and the traffic light's like, and she's like, well, that doesn't feel like a parade. And she's like, and then she sees these people coming toward her, and she's stopped at a stoplight, and she sees these guys coming toward her car. One's got a baseball bat, and they're all looking mean and menacing and rawr. And she all of a sudden dawned on her, oh my God, I'm in the heart of the riot. And she said, get me out of here now. Like, she was speaking like under the veil now. Right as they had reached her car, they had put their hand on her car, and they were gonna like start shaking her car or whatever. As soon as she said, get me out of here now, she saw them get thrown back as if they were electrocuted, as if they had received a shock. She said the road parted, the light turned green, the road parted, and she was able to drive through, and these guys went for the car behind her. And she said, every time I tell this story, I think of that poor lady that was behind me, and I pray that she's okay. You know, that they I think they bashed in her windshield and glass went into her face or however. But that is protection. So you have to call it and mean it. Help me. I need your protection. Fight for me. I remember saying that to the Creator. Fight for me. Like, I feel like I have to fight by myself here. I need your help. And boom, all of a sudden it starts showing up. You know, and I'm just like, whoa, okay, okay, thank you. I didn't realize I had to ask. I thought it would just automatically happen. Like, no, you have to ask for these things, you know. Operators are standing by, like Caroline W. Casey says, operators are standing by. You just have to ask for help. Okay. Oh, I would love to hear your testimony. Share them, pretty queen. Yes. Share them. Oh, Beyond DL, you remember the story. You know her story. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, or says she has experienced something similar. Oh my God, she also has a fabulous story about walking into a diner and saw goth kids and she thought, oh my God, they're so awkward. Yes, by the piercings. She walked into a white hand market and she saw the piercings and she's like, they're starving for ritual. Because that's what that's all about. People burn and scar themselves ritually. She's like, why have you done this? Like, oh, we are the, yeah, look at you know Caroline Waits. Who doesn't know her really, you know? It sounds negatively ego-based, but I've been sent to people in these situations. No, that's not ego-based. I don't find that ego-based at all. Ors. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so now, Ors, you wanted me to give a question about your energy. Okay, Creator, Ors wanted a question about their energy. What can you say to Ors about Ors' energy? What is the message that you want to say for Ors' energy? Oh, Creator, you're so good. You're so good. Ors' energy, right there. Okay. Oh, the wolf, the pathfinder, the pathfinder. Oh, love this card. I love the wolf. My husband has wolf energy. He's totally like a wolf. Get to the point, you know, very wolf energy. And I'm a storyteller, so I love to languish in the detail. Okay, wolf. Okay. So this card speaks of his struggle. So you're very strong, Ors. Wolf is a complex spirit and his meaning varies from tribe to tribe. He can be seen as positive, a strong warrior and excellent communicator, or he can be viewed as a negative force, a thief with strong connections with death, and along with hair is a psychopomp, like a totem. In fact, in one myth, Wolf was the first creature to experience death. Because of his communication skills, his initiation in death, and his connection with the heavens, baying at the moon, he is often seen as a civilizing spirit. Wolf knows that life isn't always easy, and the knife represents the concept of need, as well as the more extreme ideas, such as cruelty. The message of this card: challenges and struggles often remove things from our lives. They also bestow gifts. The key words: struggle, difficulty, obstacles, communication, leadership, difficult lessons, initiation, and spiritual connection. The time this card speaks of is March, the month of violent winds. Okay, so you know what I see with this card here, Ors, is initiation. Absolutely. You know, obstacles are tailored for us. They are tailored absolutely 100% for us. I heard a friend of mine say, if we all gather together and put all of our problems into a pile and everybody just grab a random problem, most times, like 99%, you're going to want your problems back because they're tailored for you. You're going to get someone's problem going like, what the fuck do I do with this? You know, I want my own problems back because they're contracts. Our problems are not just problems, they're contracts. They're contracts with states of mind, things, places, people, animals, moods even, states of our hearts. These are contracts and they are designed for you. So whatever you're going through, I feel like I feel like you're no stranger to cruelty that has been bestowed upon you. And maybe that has been a form of shadow, the part of you that has protected you. And that is valuable. That is very valuable to be able to protect yourself. And whatever means is required in the moment. Absolutely. Yes. You know, my auntie, one of the things that came to me when I first pulled this card is lone wolf. Lone wolf. And my auntie said, and I'll never forget her saying this, she said, you know, Joanne, a lone wolf is always maintaining and checking the perimeter of their territory. Always checking the perimeter and maintaining the perimeter and territory of their boundaries. I'll say it that way, their boundaries. So I'm feeling like you are being initiated into your authenticity, more of your authenticity. This isn't your first rodeo. So I feel like you're more of your authenticity bringing you closer home through the people, through the conflicts, through the struggle. You know, when Christ spoke of turning water into wine at the wedding, it had nothing to do with the wedding feast. The wedding feast, when the cross, the point where the horizontal meets with the lateral, where they intersect, that is the wedding feast. That's the dance, that's the feast. And that is where we are initiated. And this teacher taught that turning water into wine, you know, the Egyptians, when Moses split the sea and the Egyptians were wiped out by the ocean, he said, many religions will be wiped out by the uninitiated. He said, this teacher said, a lot of the true religions that stand, Judaism, Christianity comes from Judaism comes from ancient Sumerianism. You know, this stands, but, you know, not to knock the Egyptian religion, not to say anything bad about anything else, but this was a teaching about how the uninitiated would wipe that out, because water is indicative of the uninitiated, and it's when water is turned into wine. And how does that happen? The cruelty of having your fruit, the hard works of your labor, the works that you have manifested through your life, through your work, through your will, onto this plane, having somebody's stinky bare feet crushing your works, pulverizing it, stomping all over your works, what you have done, you know, turning it into a pulp, then being squeezed, situations squeezing you. This also has to do with that censer I'm speaking of that brings the incense. The ingredients of the incense is the ingredients of your life. And so that's what this is about, struggle. So water into wine. So being squeezed by situations, and that pours all, once all the grapes in your works has been turned into pulp, then life squeezes you and all the juice comes out. The juice comes out of you. It's poured into a vat. The vat is often tinted so that light cannot enter, or it's put into a dark room and it's sealed. And when the fermentation process begins, it builds pressure that make diamonds. Pressure in the dark. Light cannot penetrate, because if light comes in, that wine turns into vinegar. It becomes acid. That's what vinegar is acid. So wine, the essence of you would become acid if it's exposed to the truth too soon. Can you hear that? So it's got to be put into the darkness, and when you come out, you are wine. And this is so perfect for this time, Orbs, because like I said, this eclipse is about shedding old skin. Christ said, you can't pour new wine into old wineskins. So part of you is getting stripped away. You know, the incense that we smoke to cover our Human order. Human odor is the ingredients we gather. These ingredients that's burned in this incense. One is a bark that's peeled off. Look at the areas of your life where you've had beliefs and values that were violently peeled off, stripped from you. That's an ingredient that has wisdom that you burn in your incense. A flower petal being crushed. Your innocence when it was crushed. Find those ingredients and bring them into the censer. Look for the wisdom. What did you learn by being crushed? Cinnamon, a bark being cut down. Somebody coming to you to cut you down to size. Don't get too big for your britches, cutting you down to size. These are from people you trust. Or maybe you don't even know. Maybe they're just bullies in the schoolyard. You don't know. Who knows? But being cut down, that's an ingredient. That must be gathered. What did you learn from being cut down? How did that feel? What did you learn? How did that empower you? How did that change you? How did that bring you closer to you? That's what needs to be burned. And then olive oil. Pressed. The olive oil is crushed and pressed, and it oozes the oil out. The oil is the anointing. That's the anointing. And when you burn this and you're grateful, it's not thank you God for my hell. Like, it's nothing like that. It's like, oh my God, I wouldn't be who I am if I hadn't gone through betrayal. The 3 archetypal wounds. Betrayal, abandonment, and shame. We all have to experience all these wounds to come into the fullness of knowing who we are. People think, oh, healers are people that have to be perfect and holy and everything they do. No. No. Every teacher and speaker in the Bible were people that were messed up. They were people that had low self-esteem. They weren't empowered, chest puffed up, people. They were humble and small and scared and like me. You want me to go forward? Like, forget that and then get back here. Oftentimes the saints that were called, Ignatius Iola loved alcohol. I think it was Francis of Assisi that loved to roll in the hay. These saints that were called, when they were called by God, they were like, hell no. Like, they ran. And God had to tackle them, and to let them get over here. The ingredients in you is what is needed to help these people. Like, no, you is what is needed. And that's what I'm seeing, is for you. That's what I'm seeing. You are in a powerful place, very powerful place. So everything in you is in you for a purpose. Okay? So it's nothing negative. It is all like the bear spirit. You make no mistakes. You are where you are because you're under a contract in it. It's a contract. So yes, you're being shaped. It's beautiful. Okay, you guys. 1996. I followed Carolyn May since 96. Wonderful! When did I start listening to her? Probably around the same time, 96, 95, 96. And she was such a powerhouse. Like, my adopted mother introduced me to her. And my husband and I went down to Victoria and saw her live in Victoria. It was about holy words. And she was speaking of, I'm not going to go into it now because we could be here for, I got to go to work soon, so we could be here like another hour. So yeah, totally. Oh, beautiful. Okay, you guys. What else is saying? Oh, I love that. Or is saying no way, and I'm gonna say way. Master for men, mature. Yes, it has to mature. Yes, and oftentimes your greatest sovereignty is formed in darkness. Okay? It's formed in darkness. So that's it. That's the secret. People think, oh no, the greatest healers are always in the light and they're always in love. Like, no. That person hasn't even been born yet. Like, let them talk, let them go play. You know, you're a teacher, like the message yesterday, you haven't done your work. You haven't climbed into your shadow and unpacked it because you're still talking about the airy fairy light and it's all light and love. No, you don't know your shadow and you're going to do damage, and I'm not interested in talking with you because you don't know yourself. Okay, you guys, I'm going to sign off here pretty quick. Oh my gosh, there's so much wisdom. I want us to read all of this, you guys. Oh, when this chat comes up again, thank you so much for another great experience and your energy and wisdom pearls. I have so much love in my heart for you. Keep shining, girl. Me too, free queen. Oh my gosh, love the attention you have given me tonight. You're so welcome, Ors. Oh, my pleasure. I'm going to start holding personal readings probably closer to summer. And yeah, it'll be the same kind of thing, a 9-card spread, probably more. I'm going to be asking for more questions and clarity. But yes, you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day. Take this into your hearts. Oh, my beautiful, beautiful soul family. Mwah. I love you guys so much. You have a beautiful day. And I'll see you guys next week after this eclipse.